doing? Just because today I had some more problem with the internet. So my wife's brought a crew here. So far they've doubled the speed. It was 250 up and down. Now it's 600 up and down. So I just wanted to come on and check it and see what he wanted me to do a live stream and see how it was working. The sound and everything. Hey Maui, the sound and everything is okay. I know the camera. I probably should. I don't have a shirt on and crap. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I could tell. But see, though, it used to, up in the corner. Hey, Brock. Yeah, test, test, test. I got the NT guys here, two of them, three of them, including my wife, and they put in another router sitting right next to me, and it doubled the doubled. Excuse me, doubled the speed. But I don't know what it. And I can't. You can't really see the camera quality because I don't have a shirt on. And I don't want to embarrass myself. So how's everybody doing? How you doing? Sounds good. Cool. And I'm looking up here, and there used to be where it says live up in the corner, and it shows me how many people are there. It usually has a internet strength thing, but it's not there. I don't know where he went. Hey Dallo, how you doing? Hey Chris, I got the people from. I had a glitch today again. The internet dropped out, and now what he did was it was weird. He brought in another router and has got it sitting next to me and plugged in, and it doubled the. When I took a speed check before without any LAN cable hooks up to my computer, just over the skywaves, and it was like 250 up and down. And after he connected to this one, now it's like almost 600 up and down.
Is it
So
okay?
I don't know. Usually it shows me up here. It'll show me the Wi-Fi
Mhm.
connection. The little two or three lines,
Mhm.
and usually it's only one.
Mhm.
But it's not showing it to me. Chris, do you know how I get Streamyard to show up in the left-hand corner the strength of the internet? Or is there some place that I can go in settings? Or they're asking me if it's any better. I don't really know. General. I don't see anything there. Because sometimes it's there. Maybe it's only there if the internet's bad. Chris, are you still here? Chris is a tech guy. Chris is a tech guy. The one that I'm going to go to the Philippines with when and if he decides to retire. Talking to my wife. Uh,
Okay, I will go to back to work.
it shows it twice as fast, so I'll see it check
Okay,
it.
let
Maybe
me
I'll
know.
maybe I'll check that out after this and see how it does with that. I don't need to touch any of this, right?
Yeah,
I just take my computer just like
yeah,
I normally
yeah.
do. Okay. I'll try it. I'll let you know. I'll text you. All right. Thanks, baby.
Help
Thank
me
you
out.
very much.
Let me help.
Here. So sounds pretty good. I'm gonna put. Maybe I'll throw a shirt on. Let me see. Hand pink waving. Hold on a second. Let me put on a shirt and a hat. Hold on. I'm not hard lined in. Hold on, I'm back. Let me take that off. There you go. Now I'm not embarrassing myself. Okay. I'm not hard lined in. What he did was he brought over another router and plugged the hard line into the router, and it's sitting right here now. I guess he's thinking maybe the signal was weak, but it was weird because when I plugged directly in the computer, it made it worse the other day when I was doing that live stream before I left. Hey Joe, how you doing? That's one badass Santa. That's the one that's going to be on the shirt. Is this one? And I still haven't got a hold of that guy, but that one's going to be on the shirt. Yeah, I like that one better. So I don't know. I mean, the picture looks okay. No fuzziness. It looks clear to me. And I don't see anything up in the corner. Usually when it pops up there, it's to warn me that my internet connection's shit. Is basically what I think it is. But you probably know better, Chris. I don't know. I'm guessing because it's not up there now. And what I had was 600 up and 600 down. But I don't know. I'm going to try that after this test. I'm going to go on the iRacing deal and check that out and see how that is. Bad router or settings on the one side of the old router. Yeah, he spent like, I don't know, before I left, he spent like 2 hours out on the couch out there where the other router was, screwing around with that one. So like I said, I think it's something stupid because I made sure that I pulled the Cat, whatever it was, 6 cable to every place in the house during the build. Made sure that I got fiber coming to the house. I mean, I made sure of all this crap just for, the 12 cents that they give my wife for YouTube. So it's not like, I'm doing it to do that, but I just don't want, if it drops out, it drops out. I mean, that happens to anybody, and that's what it did today. But when I can say that my iPhone 7 with the TOT card is better internet than I'm getting at home, there's a freaking problem, So I don't know. Sound and everything looking good. So yeah, I think the picture's all right. I don't know. I'm gonna try my iPad. I should check the stuff on my iPad. But thanks whoever came in. I don't know who's here. Did I miss anybody? Brock, I know is here. Lucine, thank you for coming. Thanks for the support. The wife leaves Thailand in 3 days, 10 days. Yeah, so I don't think I missed anything. But that's the main reason. But I'm looking at the picture. The picture looks good to me. Of course, it would be better without that face in there, right? Yeah, Chris is saying good. What about my 15 US dollar microphone? Is it okay? Chris always says that. I think he doesn't. He just doesn't want me to go out and spend $500 on a microphone, which I wouldn't do anyway. But yeah, I had fun this morning. That was cool. I had a good time. I didn't think anybody would show up because of the Super Bowl, and thanks for everybody that did. That was pretty awesome because I think we still had like 20 or something, 16, whatever. It was enough for me to ramble, so which only makes it good. Picture's okay. Yeah, I think it's 720 is all I'm going to get out of that. Anyway, I haven't live streamed on YouTube in God knows how long. Is it 1080 or is it still 720? I don't even know. Sounds like $18 today. Cool. Yeah, now if I sell this one, I'll probably try to get 20 out of it to buy a new one. Looks good as well. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds good in my ear. I don't listen to or watch my playbacks very often unless somebody says there was a problem or, why did you say this? And I'm going, I never said that. That's the only time I go back and look at stuff. But I don't know. It seems better. Like I said, I can go up and let me see. I can pull up that speed deal. In fact, I can even share the screen because I'm such a good screen. Let's pull it up here. and let me English, okay, even though it's not completely in English. And let me share the screen and do that, and TOT speed, and share, and go, and let's see what it does. I pressed, what can I say, 6, you know. But like I said, I know nothing about bandwidth, man. This other program that my wife had, and I can't find it. It showed you everything, not just up and download. It showed all sorts of stuff. It looks like the upload's a little slower, but I mean, it should be perfectly acceptable, right, Chris? I mean, I'm no genius, but I guess if you've got crap for bandwidth, you got crap, regardless. I don't know. I wish I understood it. I'm just too old to even want to be bothered with it. I just want the damn thing to work. Let's see. My net was down this morning, 1080 if you pay top tier StreamYard, but no one uses it due to the bandwidth limits. Oh, okay. Yeah, I plus looking at this, unless you're a fanatic going, oh my God, it's 720. You know, I mean, it looks fine. You want to see me that good, come visit me. You can see me in person. But I don't know, it seems okay. Like I said, I don't see that little internet deal up there, and I'm gathering that's, hey, you're really low, because every time I've ever seen it, it's just got the one that has like 3 lines or whatever, it's just got one blip in the bottom and says, hey, your internet shit, is what it's telling me. So I'm thinking that's the only time that I see it. It would be nice to be able to see it, all along. I know I hear people talking on live streams and like James and walking around and, oh, my I've got a good connection and stuff. How the hell do they know? It must be showing them whatever they're using, but I don't think James uses StreamYard. But anyway, I guess, hey, 600, I mean, I can't really complain, and I'll check that iRacing and see. Yes, most watching on mobile devices 720 or below. Yeah, and I don't know. I've never watched me on a 50-inch screen, but I imagine it can't be horrible. I mean, all we had was 720, a few years back, and quite a few years back. But I remember the big thing was a 1080p or or whatever was the better one. That was the one you wanted to buy. And I think I bought a Sharp back then. 52-inch was one of the first ones I got. And it was flat, but it was about that thick, and it weighed a lot. I hung it from the ceiling in my house that my nephew's at now. Still there. It's probably been 15, 20. Probably, I think I got it right after I moved in. So over 15 years. And I hung it with wire, what we used to hang duck with. It's not like thin wire. I mean, it's thick, heavy duty, to hold 30-inch duck in the air. And mounted to the ceiling. I put the thing up myself. And it was heavy, I'll say that. Yeah, it's getting close. It keeps going up and down low. It's like, it goes, I think I got like 19, and I can check it. Hold on. 19, here we go. Where are you at? There, YouTube Studio. It's been going up, though, I will say that. 1934. This morning it was 1933. A couple of days ago it was 1930. Then it went up to 1933 again, and then back down. It's just been hovering right around 1930. But that's okay. I'm having a good time. But hopefully we'll do that. We'll have a small party for sure. But I don't know what we'll do. Probably give away T-shirts. I'm hoping tonight when my wife gets back, we can order the shirts, and I don't think it'll take that long. I should have them in a week or two, I would imagine. But once I get them, like I said, I've got everybody. If you guys aren't, go to the community tab and put in in comments or whatever the hell you do, and put in your size. And the size chart, I think I put on there. Let me look again. It's been so long since I've done that. Let's see, community. Yeah, that's on there. It shows the sizes in the bottom. around your chest anyway. 4XL is that what it went up to? Yeah, but it goes up to 8, I think. So I know that Robert Mack is a 6. The other ones, they just cost, what do they charge? 100 baht more for 5, 6, 7, and 8 XL. But don't worry about that. Just put in what it is. What do I got? 16. I got to go back in there. Message says Daz. I got Logan, Paul from Moonwa, Brock, Gorgeous Thailand, Simply Nanette, Tony, Ranjan, Mr. Mitch, Maui's in there, Mark's in there, and Joe's in there. So if you're not one of the names that I called out, go to the community tab and clip on it. And I'll leave this video up in case somebody is bored and watches 17 minutes of it. I'm on a roll today. I'm actually in a pretty good mood. I spent all morning after I shut down the live stream. The cousin wasn't here. I spent most of the day cleaning the filters and everything because I told people in the live stream. My wife, there was a couple in Buriram, real nice couple. Dave, I could remember his name. Imagine that. And his wife, a Thai lady, very nice. They've had the fish since they bought them at the market, and now they took their little pond out and they're putting in a pool, and they're, I don't know, 50 to 60 centimeters, as big as my biggest ones. 11 of them, and they wanted 500 baht each for them, which was ridiculously cheap. So I threw my generator, gas generator, a pump in there in a big water tank, and an air pump with two big air stones, and drove an hour and a half there and picked them up and drove an hour and a half back. That was yesterday, or I think yesterday. Anyway, it was kind of cool. They got beat up a little bit, but not as bad as I thought, because they stayed on the other side of the fence. I had them lift the fish over and put it in a bowl right there on the edge of the pond, so I could roll them over and take a look at them, and they all looked good. So I'll treat them. I want to give them a few days of rest and relaxation, and I cleaned the filters this morning. They were filthy. I hadn't cleaned them for 10 days. I usually clean them every 7 days, in case anybody's wondering. It's a couple of people have asked me to do a video on cleaning the filters, so I will try to do that next Sunday because if somebody's interested, I should do that. It's one of my passions. So, Dave, is your face and so big on my 60-inch? Yeah, how bad is it? Do you want me to move back here, Joe? I can get away from the thing. I always lean in because I can't. My freaking eyes are so bad, and I'm old. I'm telling you, man, getting old sucks. And most of the people, sadly, that watch this channel are getting up there and realizing that it does suck. But it's what you make it. If you're not, 20 kilos or more overweight, your life can be a lot easier. I know that Rob, he lost a bunch of weight after he had some heart stuff, and a lot of people are working on it. I know Jim from Jam, Meow and Jim, he's lost a bunch of weight. He's down to, I think he said this yesterday in his live stream, 101 kilo, which is awesome. So keep going strong in case you see this later, Jim. Dune Sea Jedi, how you doing? Old, not obsolete, that's for sure. I'm still hanging in there. I'm gonna try to go. I'd like to go 20 years, man. I'm 66, 86. My mom started breaking down about then, 87, 88, and then having some real issues. So 20 years, maybe, if I wasn't such a fat. My grandkids might watch this down the road, although I'll probably get rid of this one. But anyway, yeah, it is what you make it, right? I'm trying to eat better, and I haven't weighed myself since I got back yet. Figured I'd give myself a couple of days of eating right again, although I didn't really overeat. When I got full, I stopped, so maybe that's what that drug does, they shoot into my stomach every night, which is another pain in the rear. But Pop retired from the Navy just at 94. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, but if I could get 94, I'd be happy doing. I mean, a lot of the people like my wife, 60 and younger, my friends, all drinkers. But it's really weird because the one that was pretty much my best friend that was in the air conditioning, I got a couple that are I consider best top people. He died at 50, 55 or 56, I think. But he couldn't stop. They basically told him, if you don't stop drinking, you're going to die. And when he went in the second to the last time into the emergency room, when everything's shutting down, the doctor explained to him again, if you stop drinking, your organs will recover. And if you don't, I think maybe you think I'm kidding, you're going to die. And he came in about 2 months later, couldn't revive him that time, and he went at like 56, I think. 10 years ago already. Wow. But yeah, so, my mom, 90, I think I got to get back to the States and see her. I think she's not so much given up, to just having too many problems. I don't think she wants to be bothered. It's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I haven't seen her in 3 years. So my brother's having to deal with it, which is awesome. But I think he mad at me a little bit for not being there. So if I could, I would. But I will get there, I hope, within the next month or so, the way it's looking now. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I can get it. Last year, wow, at 94. Like I said, my mom, I figure she's had a good life. I don't know how, as long as your quality of life is good, I want to live to be 208, but if I'm in diapers and my wife's changing my diapers and I'm drooling on myself and I couldn't tell you what day it was and didn't remember your name, and, I think I'd maybe want to, get on to the next chapter, whatever that may be. Yeah, there's Rob. Rob lost a lot of weight. Thanks to Thailand. How you doing? Good day. You got to watch the suit. No, I didn't, but I did a live stream, and because I scheduled it and I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, a couple of people were watching it, and in the live stream only about, I don't know, 15, 20 people, but I got the updates all the way to the end. So it sounded like a hell of a game. So that's definitely sounded like it would have been one I wanted to watch. I haven't watched any since I've been here in Thailand, almost 5 years, I think. Cholesterol is still number one enemy. Went mostly fruits, veggies, steamed rice, potatoes a few years back. Said lost a ton of weight. Yeah, I'm just trying. I'm not setting anything. I'm just trying to eat veggies, trying to stay away from a lot of carbohydrates. Like for breakfast, a couple scrambled eggs and a sliced tomato. Lunch, I had a piece of a chicken breast. And probably before dinner, I'll have a quarter of an avocado. I'll eat that. And then at dinner time, I don't know, chicken, pork, something. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to do. It was harder to do when we were on vacation in Koh Samui. I mean, and the food was unbelievable. Hey, Andy, 2 streams, I know. I'm testing the internet right now, although it seems to be fine. Like I said, I tested it earlier, and it doubled what I had, and it's not showing me some nasty little, hey, your internet sucks deal here on StreamYard up in the corner. It tells me how many people and how long I've been on up there. I don't think you guys can see that. But, yeah, so it seems better. They're really, before we went was that one that I had where I got better internet on NT or TOT's phone internet than I did in my fiber optic house. And my wife told them that, and then when I called this morning and said the internet dropped, I don't know what, so she checked into it. All of a sudden, she just showed up about a half hour ago with her and two people, and they added this router and did a bunch of stuff to the one up there. I don't know what they did. I don't even want to know. I just want it to work, And I pay. It's not like I don't pay anything. I pay $2,500 a month for everything, for the internet, for all the television channels on the internet, and the phones. And we have quite a few phones, so I don't think it's bad. Hey, Randy, how you doing? What do you think? Audio and video are crisp. Oh, cool. Good to hear. Yeah, that's all I'm checking, just to see if it's any good. Dave looks a bit like Wolfman Jack. Yeah. That's my era. So you're starting to show your age a little bit there, Dune. Yeah, Wolfman Jack. I was when I first saw American Graffiti, which was basically wasn't really news to me because I grew up in the San Fernando Valley, and as far as I'm concerned, that's where they took the cruise stuff from and everything. I mean, we were cruising Van Nuys Boulevard way, way long time ago. And into the God, I don't even know. Might have even been the 50s, but when I was, it was maybe late 60s, early 70s, and so when I saw that, and then they had Wolfman Jack on there and stuff, I'm going, I think they're copying the San Fernando Valley. Could have been anywhere, but San Fernando Valley was definitely a great place to grow up. That's for sure. I have no regrets of growing up there. Hey Daz, how you doing? Testing my internet connection. Let me check again. Let me try the speedometer here. Maybe I can share it with you again. See if I can do it fast enough. Come on. Share screen. All right. Are you going to catch it? Yeah. Oh, there it is. So, right about 600 download. And when I checked it a minute ago, when I checked it before he put in that router, it was 250 or something. And the upload was about the same, 220 or something like that. And it's close to 500. So if it stays like that, and as long as whatever the hell bandwidth is, which is like a ghost to me, I have no flipping idea what it is. Hey Joe, thanks, I appreciate it. I'm 59. I would be, 38. Yeah, I that's the way I feel when I came here. Like I said, if I didn't see myself every other day, I torture myself and do live streams and have to look at the old bastard looking back at me. But I would suggest anybody that's getting older, in your house, make sure your significant other, if you're with one, no mirrors allowed in the home. Brush your teeth, you don't need one. It's not that difficult. No mirrors behind the sink, no mirrors, period. And you can believe anything you want, except when you get up in the morning and my bones ache. Then I know I'm an old bastard. But thank you, Joe. I remember dial-up too. Ding, dong, ding, ding, ding. My kid, the first one I had, I think I told you guys a story, that when they started doing automated controls, Honeywell and stuff like that for HVAC, to where I could sit on my laptop here in Thailand and adjust the hospital in California. I went to Honeywell for the first class and had to buy a laptop and all this kind of stuff, and got home with my, at the time, maybe 8-year-old daughter and 6-year-old son, and I'm opening it up, going over the school stuff, and my daughter grabs a thing. Oh, I know this, Dad. This is Windows. Bing, 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 bing. Here's this 8-year-old pissing me off. But she got us hooked up on the internet, and we used to play there when the kids, they would only come on the weekends, every other weekend. And we had a ball. But, yeah, I remember the dial-up. I can't remember the exact ding, ding, ding thing, but I've heard it enough times. Hey, 21 in Thailand. If you had AOL account. Yeah, I sure did. Yeah, and it was fun. I mean, here's my 6-year-old, my 8-year-old, and my wife, the one that passed away, sitting there wanting me to flirt with women on rooms and this and that, and talk to them and tell them, Dad, find the. My wife's doing it, and they're all laughing like hell, And of course, we didn't have any microphones or anything like that. It was all on the keyboard, and hell, I can't spell, so it was really difficult. But boy, they sure got a kick out of it. Had a lot of fun. Joe says he still has AOL. I have gone from 230 download, have an upload, 573. Thought it was great. I want your numbers. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's saying that at least the people that are here from the United States that come here say that the internet in Thailand is way better than the internet in the U.S. I don't know what it's like in UK or Australia or anything, but Brock would know on Australia anyway. But I don't know what UK's like. But yeah, like I said, man, I don't know that much about any of this stuff. All I want to know, I want it to work, I don't mind. Do I have to pay double? Do you need 5,000 baht a month? Whatever it is, I just want it to work. Like I said, when I can hold up one of your phones with a SIM card in it and have it tethered to my laptop, and it's doing better than my internet at home with fiber optics and Cat 6 cable running everywhere, then I think that there's a problem. Like I told my wife, I think it's a stupid problem. I was in air conditioning forever. The worst thing was getting called out. My air conditioner's not working. You get there, everything's working. And you're going, son of a bitch. And you mess around. I don't want to charge anything. You take off 3 hours later, it's out again. And you go back and the thing's running. So I know how I got my stones busted, so I don't want to bust theirs too bad. I said I would guarantee it's probably the stupidest thing in the world. But as long as it works, I don't care. That's how easy I am. In Australia, the internet sucks. So Andy, so 45, and that I think is like normal numbers in the U.S. too, Brock. 30 up and down or something, which is good enough to watch your Netflix and do stuff. And I don't even, like I said, I just do this every other day. I got the iPad, and I might do a test tomorrow on the iPad with Chris. Maybe I should have. Are you still here, Chris, or are you sleeping? What time is it in Australia? But to see if I can get could hear in my ear. I think he said it was a Apple issue, not or no, it's a StreamYard issue, not an Apple issue. But I don't know. Yeah, Comcast. Yeah, no shit. And like I said, we were talking about monopolies earlier today, and I'm going. I thought that it was illegal to have a monopoly in the United States. Yet in my house up in the hills, I had to use PG&E, so that's a monopoly. If I don't have at least 2 or 3 choices, it's a monopoly to me. Same thing with my internet. I had to use Ponderosa Internet. Why they picked them, I don't know, but that's the one I had to use. So. Yeah, I know, and Comcast I'm familiar with too. So, 6:55. Okay, Chris is probably busy. He's still working. Let's see. I paid 300 baht. AIS. I've never had in your Hua Hin. It streams that. But yeah, and on my phone when I first got here before I met my wife. In case you don't know my story, my wife is a over 22 year now. Employee of TOT, which is now NT, because CAT, the government internet, and TOT, the other government internet, are now NT. So I'm kind of like obligated. I told people on here, I'll live with whatever I got to do because I don't want to live with my wife if I've got another internet provider. But I never had a problem with AIS, but I never had a home deal with them. I only had it on my phone when I first got here 4 years ago. So. 1,600 in Perth, 1,900 in the east. Really? Yeah, the stuff that I had 1,000 up, 1,000 down. The big wig there said the bandwidth is it's okay, but I want to put you on. He knew that I was doing the iRacing thing and YouTube. It's a gaming 500 up, 500 down gaming, and he said the bandwidth is wider, and I tried that for a while, and they switched me back to the 1,000 up and 1,000 down. So I don't know. I know that they're doing everything, but coming over here and camping out for a month, they've been awesome. And Tom swears by them. Thailand Digital Nomad. He's got TOT, and he says it's the best thing since sliced bread. So, I guess it's whatever you're experiencing, but I never had a problem with AIS. Oh, 1,500 baht. Okay, for DTAC. For a year, unlimited interweb. Okay. Yeah, and I'm sure that I probably could. But like I said, that's for the internet. That's for everything that I have on the TV, and they have every channel that TOT has. So they have that, and plus we have the phones with all the stuff on all the phones. Not only mine, not only my wife's, but I think my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and the 2 kids. So I don't think it's that. Yeah, exactly. You got it. And she's great to me. If you're new to the channel and stuff, you'll hear me talk very highly of my wife. I'm the luckiest man in the world. So. And that's Italian, not internet speed. Yeah, I was going, wow, 1,500. That's pretty good. So I'm having fun. So I think I'm going to take a swim. It's actually, I don't have my phone. It's over there. 30 35, 30, 34, 35 Celsius. Pool's clean. It's running right now. I cleaned the pond this morning. Like I said, I spent a few hours messing with that. And I'll see if my wife has a little snippet of the fish. I'll put something on for the next live stream and show you. Oh, excuse me. I won't torture you, but a little 60-second clip showing you the new fish. They're pretty cool, in good shape too. So, and the people were really happy when they saw where they went. My wife did a video, sent it to the lady, and they're happy. And they're good people. Hey, Poe, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Are you here in Thailand? I don't even know. I think you might be. Yeah, no, that's what I think everybody, at least on this channel, Brock being one of them, and everybody that has a Thai significant other is feeling they're the luckiest in the world. But yeah, just, people, I try to tell them, because I thought my biggest thing now is hopefully getting to somebody that's got a grandpa that's laying on a couch and, after 30, 40 years lost their significant other. I was 62. I thought life was pretty much done, and I couldn't have been more wrong. I've had 3.5 years, almost 4 years of a great life, and that if you would have told me 4 years ago, I would have called you a bald-faced liar right to your face. But I like to bring that out, and hopefully somebody does, and they watch the channel and ask questions, and can I move there? Can I do this? Yeah, man. In fact, I just did a video that you can come on your Social Security from the States anyway. But it's a dollar number. It's $1,800, and you could do it as low as $1,200. Would I want to? Probably not. Would I do it if I didn't have the money that I have to live? Yeah, in a heartbeat. Where are you going to live in California for $1,800 a month? It ain't going to happen. So, anyway, and you can find somebody, and it doesn't have to be the love of your life. And mine is a love of my life, and I never thought I could say that again. Hey, traveler, how you doing? I'm on my way to bed. Yeah, I'm just doing a test. They came over and worked on the internet because I've been having problems with it. But yeah, you can. A companion, a travel companion, whatever you want to make it. You give 10% and you'll get 200% back, in whether it be affection or respect or whatever you're giving them. They are more than happy to reciprocate 20-fold, 30-fold, 100-fold over. It's amazing. Amazing. My wife's an amazing woman. I can't say that enough. She's not here either, so. And I'm not going on hoping that she watches this. I tell her enough, trust me. I learned in my life, when I was young with the stepdad, no affection, you don't show affection, you don't cry, you don't do nothing, he was just he was part of my life, and he treated my brother like gold, so I put up with the life I had. He beat me, but I was a stepchild, so, and I can laugh about it. It was a horrible thing, and I don't for anybody else, but I look at it as it was part of my life. That the way that I was brought up. So as I got older, I considered, like I said, if you're new to the channel, I was not a good person, 20 years ago. Now I consider myself a good person. So I think I got 30 years more. All attitude you got to live. Yeah. I mean, it's people don't I wish that they would watch channels, and maybe they do. If they got an inkling. I didn't know anything about Thailand until 2018. Well, actually 2015, when I met somebody in Costa Rica, friends. I spent 8 months there. A couple of guys, one of his friends came from Bangkok, and spent 2 weeks. In fact, I just found out that guy passed away, which just sucks. He was a good guy. Anyway, and he was telling me about it. And I was all excited about it. Told this one about it. You can't really see her. Yeah, there she is. And I had that tattooed 3 days after she passed. Anyway, I had her talked into it, and then we found out that she had leukemia, and she needed a bone marrow transplant, and it didn't work out in our favor. So, but it was something I didn't know, and I'm sure that there's people. I'm sure that I'd be dead probably by now if I stayed home. because I got sick. If you're not familiar with the channel, I spent 2 months with a tube down my throat in ICU. 3 months total in the hospital. Couldn't walk. Couldn't do anything. Pneumonia. It wasn't the virus, although it was 2020, New Year's Day. I went in and she got me to the hospital. I smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day, and I was still trying to smoke without being able to breathe while they were trying to shove something down my throat. So anyway, I went in for that, and she hung with me. The poor woman. We'd been together 6 months or something, and she didn't have any of my information, didn't know my bank accounts, didn't know nothing. Luckily, she had the access code to one of my phones and got on social network, Facebook, and said, "I'm here with Dave. I need help." And my brother saw it, my cousin saw it, and needless to say, she put everything together. Just it's an amazing story. I just hope that there isn't somebody that's just. I feel for him because I thought, like I said, I wasn't, morbid or wanted to kill myself or anything like that. I just was, if I die, I died. No, not a big deal. I'm pretty much done. I've done a lot of crap in 62 years, but I didn't think I would find somebody to love. I didn't think I was going to have any kind of a real life. I was going to just live my days out here in Thailand. And I think that people should know, that there is, man. It can happen. It's awesome. You can't be stupid either, We talked about this many times on this channel. If it could be a dating service. I think the best way is through a friend. If you've got a friend here in Thailand, their significant other or their woman that they're dating or whatever, friend of hers or whatever, I think is the easiest and best way to do something. But, if they're the first time that they're talking to you and they're asking you for money, a significant amount of money, I would move on to the next deal. There's, especially in the age that I think that most women in Thailand think that they're done at 40. They think they don't have a choice. They don't have a chance with anybody, chance of a life or whatever. And they're amazing women. My wife's friends are great people. And they want 55, 60-year-old men, because they know they've got some kind of security, some kind of retirement, something. They're here, they're living, they've got something. They're not looking for $1 million, but do they want to get taken care of? Sure. Well, who wouldn't? I would if I could. And like I said, if they're asking you for stuff, my wife still to this day, I don't think, well, maybe she asked me for a few things, but in the beginning, she never asked me for anything. Even when we got married, the dowry and all that kind of stuff, my mother-in-law said, "Our daughter's happy. We don't want nothing." So there is certain customs that if you're coming to Thailand, you need to know. And one of them is if the woman that you met is working and giving her mom and dad 10,000 baht or 15,000 baht or 8,000 baht, whatever it is, out of her paycheck, and she's supporting them. That's the way she's brought up, to take care of her mom and dad. If you want to take her and gallivant around the world and travel and have a good time, you got to send mom and dad 10,000 baht, 10,000 baht a month. And just know that, because there's a lot of people that I heard that I would just as soon hit, and I have to walk away the few times that I heard, "I ain't giving nobody nothing. I ain't giving them shit." It's like, why don't you go back to your country and get the hell out of Thailand if you can't understand the culture. But what did I miss while I was rambling? Back in the USA now. Month of Malaysia. Cool. Had to get back and take care of business. Oh, I know you like it here, so I'm sure you had a good time. Midnight and 43 degrees. Wow. It's starting to warm up here. 32 in Manila. That's right. Andy will be no rain for the week. Hippie. Andy's going. Dave, you got 30 years. Yeah, one's on that one. Wife and I will be married 44 years in April. That's awesome, traveler. I still hope you can get to Thailand. I'm still you're in my prayers constantly. Whenever I think of whatever power I've got up there, I say, I always mention you. So I hope you do. 3 a.m. and 35. I was only in Costa Rica for a week in 2021. I wanted to buy a vacation condo there. Loved it. It is a nice place. I was in by the new airport in Hermosa Beach, which is right next to Cocoa Beach, which is the big tourist place, and it's only about 20, 30 minutes from the airport, rather than flying into San Juan or whatever it is there. I never flew into San Juan. Always flew into the new airport. I liked it too, and you can own land there, and you can build a house. Or you can do whatever you want. Up to you. All right, Bo. I probably missed it a long time ago. Better things to smoke in Colorado back home. Yeah, yeah, or here. Yeah, they I guess they've got some good weed. I don't indulge, so I love growing it, but I don't indulge. Haven't for years. I might try an edible someday. I don't know. I have to be good. You're very welcome, traveler. I still, man, I want to see you. I can tell you're a good man. I think you and your wife uh, deserve a break. You know. My girlfriend is 35. She looks 18. Yeah, my wife's 42 now, I think. 42. She was 39 or 39, I think, when I met her. And she looks like she's young. I think all Asian women age extremely well. Costa Rica was overpriced, and yeah, you know what it was. If you've been there a long time ago, it was fine. But even in 2015, Canadians took a big hit there in 12, I think. Their dollar went to crap, and they lost a lot of the property they had bought and all sorts of stuff. But as far as I had a mansion in the side of the hills for 8 months. Well, actually, for 6 months, I moved to a little two-bedroom condo. The house that I was in was a custom in the side of Hermosa Beach, endless pool with fountains overlooking all of Hermosa Beach. It was gorgeous. 6,800 square feet, 7,000 square feet. It was awesome. And then for the last 2 months I was there, about 2 blocks from the beach, a two-bedroom apartment, condo, whatever. It's small, $550. So as far as the cheapest thing that I realized when I was in Costa Rica was the housing. The food's like here. If you want to eat like you're from America with Fruit Loops and whatever you want to eat, it's going to cost you a fortune. I agree with that. Definitely Thailand so far, and I haven't been to a bunch of countries, but um, like I said, this one meets my criteria. I can swim in the ocean on Christmas and New Year's. So if I can do that, that gives that's my indication. This is the place to look at. And I've been here 4 years. I packed 3 suitcases, carry-on, and 2 suitcases, and my laptop, and hopped on a plane. I've been here for 4 years. Now I've sold my house last year, and still got a few things there. My son took the trailer full of stuff just a couple of weeks ago, so not too much left now. It's pretty much here in Thailand. This is where I'm going to die. This time tomorrow, I will be on the way to the Philippines. Cool, Andy. Are you coming to Thailand this trip or no? Before I end this real quick live stream that's turning into 50 minutes already. Amazing. But I want to thank everybody for the tests. Everything still looks good. No problems. Nothing scary. Is Joe still here? Joe probably went to bed. Hey Mark, how you doing? I'm just getting ready to, it's just a test for the internet. My wife, I told the internet crapped out again, and before I left, I had that problem where my iPhone 7 gave me a better internet quality than my fiber optics coming in the house. So she told him this morning, and her and 2 guys were here for about an hour. They installed some other stuff, and I'm getting like 600 up and down now, and I'm not getting a little indication up here on StreamYard that my internet sucks. So Jake recommended an edible for me to use for pain. I purchased a bottle and took one. Didn't feel any effect. Jake recommended I take 2. I did. Yeah, yeah. You got to be careful, I think. A lot of this stuff. Yeah, you got to be real careful. And that's what would happen to me because I don't particularly like the high, or at least when I was younger. Why I quit doing it because it's impossible to OD on it. I gave it a shot. We back then smoked I think 1.5 ounces of weed in a bomb shelter. It took me 2 hours to get home. I was a half a block from my house, so on my hands and knees crawling. My mom's house. I was young, and ever since that day, the next day I woke up and had a totally different feeling on the high. So I might try it again. Like I said, about 20 years ago, a good friend of the family had cancer. She wanted to get married, so she was getting married and married the guy, which was awesome. And during that, I used to get these cluster headaches all the time. A couple of them a week would bring tears to my eyes, but I'd get 10, 12 of them a week. And they were passing around a joint at the beach where they got married. And it got to me, and one of the headaches was coming on. I said, "Yeah, give me that thing." Took just a little hit off of it, and came back around. I said, "No," and it was gone. So my nephew that grows too, the trimmings off the buds, rolled cigarettes for me with filters, and I used to for like 2 months, once a day I'd take like a half a puff off the deal, and I guess I loaded myself up with THCs, which there are THC receptors in your body, in case you were wondering, but they're there for a reason. That was 20 years ago, and I have not had a cluster headache in 20 years. So they haven't even scratched the surface on what that plant can do. When people in Egypt, 10 million years ago, knew it had medicinal purposes. And then idiots now, no, go ahead. You need to take your synthetic morphine, and hell with that plant. So anyway, you can tell I'm an advocate of at least medical. Hey Tom, how you doing? Under my rock. Good to see you. I was talking about your ears burning. I'm saying Tom needs time with his family. Good man. And Tom is a good man, by the way. All right, it's been an hour and 53 minutes for a test. I'm amazing. But only 2 hours. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for popping on, giving me the information on the test. As I always say in all the live stream, I did play the intro. Excuse me. I will play the outro. Richard from Richard Travel was the man that made them for me, gratis, or whatever it is, no money. And I want to let everybody know that it is my favorite, and I will play the outro now. Thanks again, everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday, probably 8:30, and we'll have some more fun. Have a great day. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Catch you on the next one.